£30,000 is saved in a Megafax variable account from 2016. In 2024, what proportion of the initial savings have been gained due to interest? Give your answer to one decimal place. So we're looking at a Megafax variable account here, and its savings. So we're looking at this column here. We start with an interest rate of 1.5%, which corresponds to a 2% interest rate for Megafax. Let's have a look at how many times this 1.5% occurs. So for instance, we have 1.5% normal interest rate, which is equivalent to a 2% Megafax rate, or if we're using a multiplier later on, that'll be 1.02. And that occurs 1, 2, 3 times over the period. If we use the multiplier, 1.02, for 1 year, using it for 3 years is the same as raising it to the power 3. Let's have a look at the normal 1.0% interest rate. For Megafax, that corresponds to a 1.5% rate, which is a multiplier of 1.015. This occurs 1, 2, 3, 4 times, so it's like raising the multiplier to the power 4. The same thing now for the final one, 0.5% corresponds to a 1% interest rate for Megafax. That's multiplying by 1.01. That occurs twice, and that's the same as squaring the multiplier. Let's have a look at the actual savings then. We've got £30,000 as the initial deposit, and then it's going to be multiplied by these 3 multipliers, 1.02 over 3 years, 1.015 over 4 years, and 1.01 over 2 years. That gives us a total of £34,469 at the end of the period. Obviously, the amount that's been accrued due to interest is this subtract 30,000, which is £4,469. Let's calculate that as a proportion of the initial amount. 4,469 divided by 30,000 multiplied by 100, which gives us approximately, to one decimal place, 14.9%.